Traditionally, as the title might imply, Candlemas is a time of having services of many candles. I suspect, though I'm not absolutely certain, there will be one in the cathedral, if not yesterday, then today, covering the whole building in tea lights normally. We haven't done that here because we've had other services similar, and to be honest, even on a gloomy morning, it's not quite the same in daylight as it is in the evening. If this were a film or a novel, at this point, I'd be able to invite you all forward to the crib, where our figures are now facing outward into the rest of Christ's life, and invite you to take a piece of straw from the crib that has rested in our midst and in the heart of our worship for all these weeks, telling its story and ours. And as you took that piece of straw back to your place, it would miraculously become, instead of a piece of straw, just a ball of gently flowing flame within your hands. Unfortunately, I haven't yet worked out how to do that. So instead, well, we light the candle, our Easter candle, our Paschal candle. We light these candles, which week by week rest in our Lady Chapel. We light a candle that at weddings rests on this stand and is given to the couple at the close of their wedding service for them to take on into their life together. Candles, though, eventually burn down, however big they may be, which is why we give wedding couples more the candle holder than the candle itself. It can be replenished, refreshed, day after day, however much or however little one chooses to light it and let its flame flow. Now at this point I'm going to require, please, 6 assistants of a more adult nature. I have 2 already who've just volunteered, even though they didn't know it. If 4 more would care to come and join me at the front, if it calms your fears, all you need to do is hold a candle. That's it. I'm going to turn around so I don't cause you any embarrassment whilst I light a candle for these 2 fine assistants just here. Let's take it from our gospel. Cool. Fantastic. There we go. Thank you very much. Right. Really quite simple. It's a burning candle. We took one light from here, passed it to the next, and 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 the next. And yet, this candle flame is no smaller from having shared itself with those. None of those flames are any smaller than the one from which it came. And none of these flames is missing a part from either having passed a bit on or had a piece taken from it. They are all complete, entire, perfect, and fully alive in themselves. Simple, isn't it? Now, if I could borrow yours for a moment. There you go. Could you please give me back just the flame from your candle? No, it's not working. You still got it. No, okay. Thank you much. think that just proves the point. You can't give it back. Would you please, purely for safety reasons, blow out the candles? Would you please give them a gentle round of applause? Shall I gather? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
There's rats dripping down mine.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Feel free to have a seat. So, how about water? Let's try that instead. Could I please have a number of volunteers and assistants, this time perfectly happy for them to be of a more junior elevation. Feel free to come and join me here at the front. Hello. That was very quick. That was almost as quick. Hello. Okay. Okay, you were first, so I'll give you first. We have here a selection of the finest plastic cups and a bowl which constitutes both part of our font and the water stoup that rests beside the door. Ooh, that was quite a lot. Day in and day out. So when you have some water in your cup, would you like to move gently to this side? There you go. And then I will know how many are left. Who would have thought it was so difficult to get plastic cups apart when in company? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're either about to see a moment of great miracle or awkward embarrassment, depending upon how many cups I manage to find in the cupboard at home. There you go. Thank you very much. She's gone. Is that everybody? Excellent. Right. Can I ask you, does the water in your cups have any bit missing? Can you see a hole in it, for example? Okay. No. Right. And in here, apart from there being a little bit less, no, definitely no hole. Could I have a volunteer from what? Thank you very much. I'd come here. Okay. When you're ready, and I realise this is quite a big moment, brace yourself. Could you pour your water back in there? You sure you're ready?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want to ask a friend? No? Okay. Okay. All gone from the cup?
Yeah.
Okay. Which bit of the water in here was your bit of water? To be honest, I'm having trouble identifying it. I don't know about you. I thought it may just be my eyesight. Okay, I tell you what, take another bit. Maybe we didn't leave it long enough. Could you please take your cup of water and remarkably carefully move yourselves around the building. Go pretty much as far away from here as you can get without going through any doors. Because doors lead to stairs and stairs lead to complexity, and we haven't done a health and safety risk. It may be that we just need to give the water a bit longer to be separated before we put it back together. How long do you think? Hour and a half? Should that do it? Okay, those of you with a cup with some water in, does the water that you've got seem to be still there? Okay. Is it looking vaguely happy and content? You know how happy, contented water looks. Okay, In that case, please bring it back to the front. And when you're ready, pour it back in. Nope. Try again. Next one. Back up. Nope. Okay, keep going. No. Carry on. I'll move out the way, otherwise I fear I might get a bit wet. When you've emptied your cup, do you want to pass your cup to me? I'll gather a collection. There you go. Thank you very much. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Here we go. That could have been exciting. Well, not to rob our younger helpers of their thanks, would you please give them first a round of applause? The flame does not get smaller when it's shared. The water is no less complete and entire, whether it is an inch in the bottom of a cup, an inch in the bottom of 14 cups, or a bowlful in a font. You take it, it is complete. You pour it back. It is not a collection of individual parts. It returns immediately to being complete and entire. No more, no less, other than the quantity that has simply been gathered together. You may recall, possibly with a slight fear and shiver down your spine, that at this point last year, above our heads was a cascade of scaffolding and white sheeting to make that wall less precarious than it was at that point, and to lead to it being as solid, entire, and beautiful as it is now. This year, the plan is not to do so much in this space, other than to make this area accessible for those who sit in a wheelchair and those who sit with them, and round that corner to create a wooden ramp that those who prefer a ramped access can achieve access to our communion rail. The plan this year is that beyond that wall, we will push back the storeroom wall and the office wall, bring the entrance foyer further in to create a more welcoming and free-flowing space, and from this door, gliding gently down to about here, will be a ramp and a platform landing and a ramp to take us down into the entrance that opens up to doors that will open themselves to let anyone in or out. You see, we bear the light and the life and the joy of Christ to the world, but we can't do that if we can't get out of the building, because we get over there and there are 3 steps, which may not seem much, but if one step is too much for you or I, then it is as if your shoelaces have been tied together. You just can't do it. And if somebody, when they are ready, having heard and seen the gospel and the life that inspires, lights and refreshes you, privately wishes to come in here and see if they can receive the same, come to there and meet only steps that to them might as well be Mount Everest or Snowdon, it doesn't work. It's quite simple, really. The project for this year is to open access to this building for anyone and everyone. No barriers. Whether it is others out there, whether it is we in here, or whether it's you or I on those days when we're just not feeling quite so spry and skipping up the steps is beyond us. We have the joy and the gift to take and refresh and light the world with a gift that does not get smaller when you give it away. It only spreads the light. So today, I'm not going to give you a symbolic candle in celebration of Candlemas, because you are the light and the life and the love, and you shine brighter. May God bless you in everything you do in his name, which is everything you do. Amen.